What's going on? What's going on, Patriots? You just locked in the Hood Politics, where we always keep it 100. I'm your host, Jay, and y'all already know on this channel we cut straight through the BS, straight to the policies and issues that hit us close to home. We talk about everything from elections to national debate, all the way up to political podcasts. We throw some pop culture in there every once in a while, and some comedy because y'all know my motto: all politics all the time, I give you brain rot. That's why I do it, so you don't have to, man. We start each and every one of them off, sending out our thoughts and prayers. And I want to keep in my thoughts and prayers, man, Miss Renee Good and her family, man. I know people are like, why you keep doing it? Cause, man, I keep thinking about her daughter, you know what I'm saying, and her other two kids. But her other two kids, as far as I know, wasn't in her custody, but her daughter was. So I'm really thinking about her daughter and how she probably feeling right now, you know what I'm saying? That mama gone, ain't all death is a tragedy. Yes, it could have been prevented, you know, but yeah, that's just sad to think about, man. That little girl, she probably going through a lot right now. So we're gonna put her in our prayers, man. Now let's get to this, man. I don't want to do a video on this because it pisses me off just to think about it, talk about it, seeing it. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Let's get to it. Now this is I know this church. I'm familiar with this church. I'm from the Twin Cities, St. Paul, especially. That was my stomping ground. You know what I mean? I went to Minneapolis to party, club, and hang out. You know what I mean? But my stomping grounds was St. Paul. That's where I lived. That's where I was at. That's what you know what I mean. Born and raised in Chicago, but in 2004, I moved to the Twin Cities, and I'm familiar with this church. I know exactly where this church is, and I believe this is the Selby neighborhood. If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on this, but by looking at the address, you know what I'm saying? I believe this is the Selby neighborhood. And it's crazy because this is on 15th Avenue is Summit Avenue. 15th and Summit Avenue. 8 blocks up the street is an all-black church. Did you hear what I say? And this video is for my white folks. This is for my white patriots, man. Listen to what I say, man. Listen to the words that's coming out of my mouth. 8 blocks up the street is an all-black church that be rocking every Sunday. Rocking. I'm talking about music. That church be jumping so hard. People walk past there on Sundays just because they can hear the music and they hear everything that's going on, and they just sit outside. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about they be rocking. It's not even a joke. Now, why they didn't go there? They claim they got some intel. Oh, they got intel that somebody, the deacon or the pastor, was working with ICE or affiliated with ICE. So what? That's a place of worship. See, this is what I be telling y'all. And this is also for these Christians, for the Christians who vote Democrat and the liberal Christians and all these Christians on the left who vote Democrat. I was watching Anti-Danger, and he did some on this, and he's talking about, they might as well just, the next thing they're gonna be doing is tearing the head off Jesus' statue, dude. You late. I rock with you my man. I fuck with you. I mess with your content, excuse me. But you late on that, bro. They cut the head off Jesus' statues in 2020, right? In the George Floyd riots, they was cutting the heads off Jesus' statues. That's a Christian church. But see, all these Christians on the left, all these Christians on the left, that don't seem to bother them for some reason, you know. Unaliving babies at the rate that they do, that don't seem to bother them. Maybe you know what? Maybe because they like Don Lemon Christians, you know, the type of Christian Don Lemon is, Christianity Don Lemon, you know, was raised in and familiar with. I don't know what that is. Apparently, allow homosexuality and going in disrupting church services. you know. But let's get into it, man. I don't want to be rambling too much. It's gonna be a pretty decent sized video. So let's jump right into these goofies, man, in this church, man. And I'm telling y'all, man, they won't pull it to no black church, bro. They won't pull this at no black church, bro. And I feel bad for these people, man. I really feel bad for these people. I feel bad for you white folks, man. For the white people out there, man. I feel bad for y'all, bro. Because your own people out here stirring up hate and division and making y'all the bad boogeymans behind it. The straight white male. And I don't think I can tell y'all got to get out of liberal cities. You have to. Because if y'all hurt one of these people, man, they got to throw you under the jail. They're going to Derek Chauvin in your ass. And that's 100%. So what do you do? How do you defend yourself in a place like this? If you're not a liberal and you're living in a liberal city, in a liberal state, how do you defend yourself? You can't. They're not going to let you. Unless you live in a conservative stronghold in that liberal state. But St. Paul is not a conservative stronghold. St. Paul is a liberal stronghold. It's a democratic stronghold. You know what I'm saying? But notice they didn't get their asses 8 blocks up the street and interrupt. You know why? Because it would have been a whole different outcome for this protest. They'd have had dudes in church shoes. They'd have been taking Stacey Adams out their asses. They'd have had all type of Stacey Adams up their ass, man. No cap, no BS, man. Let's get to this, though, man. Don't run that
again. Church service turns into a flashpoint. What do we do? Anti-ICE protesters storm a sanctuary in Minnesota.
Did you see the crackhead? Let's go back a little bit, man. Did you look right on him? Look at the crackhead. He just fell in there. He just hoping to get something to eat or something. These people is disgrace. These people are a disgrace, man. These people are a disgrace. Yo, this is pathetic.
Anti-ICE protesters storm a sanctuary in Minnesota. Spark federal investigation and a fierce national debate over protest, policing, and faith. Video from Sunday shows
Did you see the simp? The black dude, the simp? He's following his little chick. He's following his chick. It should be the other way around. But see, she's the leader.
Mob of demonstrators entering City's church in St. Paul just as worship began, chanting "Justice for Renee Good" and disrupting the service. Protesters accused one of the church's pastors of being affiliated with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, raising alarms among law enforcement and religious leaders amid escalating anti-ICE demonstrations across the Twin Cities.
Look at this, man.
In one circulating clip, agitators are seen standing inside the sanctuary, chanting slogans during prayers.
And then the chick gonna lie. I gotta pull up that Chris Cuomo video. He interviewed that chick, I believe. I didn't see it. I was listening to it at work. But I think he interviewed that chick, and she was like, "You see, we was worshiping with them, singing the songs. You a damn lie, bro. These people lie so much, man. It ain't even funny, man. This is what we up against, yo. This is what we up against. You know what I'm saying? And it's basically my white patriots, man. They not pulling this. They not doing none of this. They not doing none of this in black communities, bro. Why is that, man? Because they know they'll get their heads smashed on. Facts. Ain't nobody, even the church people, man. The church folks will get down on them, man. Get down on them. Get down on them, bro. You know how many ex-cons go to church? It'll be just your luck. You just ran up in a church full of ex-cons. I went to a church in Minneapolis who is ran by ex-con who turned pastor. Pastor Terrell. Used to be one of the biggest dope boys on the planet to do you bad. Run up in this church and do that. In Minneapolis. Y'all out there? I bet you won't. I bet you won't. I'll pay anything to see that. This is insane, man. And they only doing this just like that LGBTQ crap. You know what I'm saying? I told my people, man, they either just doing this in predominantly white schools or they keeping it super secret in the black schools, because once the black mothers find out that they trying to push this on their sons, they're going to go berserk. And if you think I'm lying, you lying, Jay. They ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't gonna go nothing. What happened in Minneapolis at the Target Center, at the Target, when they had the LGBTQ baby clothes up front? Them chicks went in there and started tearing shit up. Started tearing stuff up. Started whooping on the people who work there. They ain't got nothing to do with it. They just doing their job, getting their head smacked on. So don't tell me. They only doing this with y'all, man, and I don't know why. And I don't know what to tell y'all, man. Only thing I can tell you is get yourself to a stand your ground state, man. Y'all it's time. Ain't no, America is finished as we know it, man. People don't want to, nobody wants to admit that. Everybody want to keep biting their fingernails. America's done. It's no more United States. It's just the states of America. You got 9 states defying federal law. 9, count them, 9 states defying federal law. Straight up and down. Minnesota told their police and National Guard to stand down. So who is patrolling the streets? Who is taking care of the crime right now? The only people on the streets right now in Minnesota is the Border Patrol, the federal agents, and the protesters. Now, why is that? Seems to me like they want another really good. But guess what? You would have had a bunch of them if they'd have walked their ass in a black church. And see, they know better. They know better. And see, that's what pisses me off. That's why I want to get out in these streets, bro. That's why I want to get out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Because they know better, man. Just like when they be at the Trump rallies, who faces do they be in? Old white people. Old ladies who voted for Trump. Or old men who voted for Trump.
In another video, the person filming describes the disruption as a clandestine mission, claiming protesters had just learned that a pastor at the church was connected to ICE operations. The Department of Homeland Security blamed Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey. The DHS accused them of fueling unrest and allowing protesters to run rampant.
And as they should, because that is what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that they put subpoenas on them. I don't know if anything gonna happen. We know how the Trump administration is. You know what I'm saying? We know how the Republicans is, man. They spook when it comes to, you know, doing what they supposed to do. You feel me? And that's actually upsetting and disappointing. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I voted for. I voted for to see people in handcuffs. And I voted for Trump to get his revenge on these people and clean up our country. You know what I'm saying? And these coward Republicans, just like Indiana, the Republicans in Indiana don't want a gerrymander. So all that gerrymander in Texas did don't even matter. Don't even matter. Because California gerrymandered, all the Democrat states re-gerrymandered, so they still up like 8 to 11 seats. Because Indiana don't want to gerrymander their state. Or because they too conservative. See, this is what I don't like about the Republicans and the conservatives. This is what I don't like about y'all, man. This is what I don't like about y'all. Y'all got to keep up with this little funky-ass image that ain't getting the country nowhere. You're trying to hold this goody two-shoe image with your constituents. Listen, we don't want that goody two-shoe image. We want fighters. We want people that get damn near their head took off by a bullet, and before they can get rushed off, they turn around, throw up their fists and say, fight, fight, fight. We want people like that representing us. And I want this dude in jail. He claiming, I was just doing journalism. I didn't know nothing about nothing, but this says different.
Operation that is secret, that they invited folks out.
This is Operation Pull Up, more of a clandestine operation. We show up somewhere, they don't expect us to come there, and then we disrupt business as usual.
Why are liberal women so ugly, man? Is that why they so mad? Is that why they so mad? They ugly as heck, man. These chicks they be looking like who did it and what for. You running this organization, I know y'all scamming the government somehow. I know you got money. Why is you looking like that?
So right now it's kind of mayhem. We're not part of the activists, but we're here just reporting on them. Did they explain to you why they're here?
They did not.
They said that there is someone here in Easterwood, who is a member of ICE, and he's a pastor of the church.
Our church had gathered for worship, which we do every Sunday. We asked them to leave, and they obviously have not left.
So this is what the First Amendment is about?
No, Don, that is not what the First Amendment is about. You are breaking the law right along with these people.
About the freedom to protest?
There's a varying array of views in this church on politics of immigration. Recognize the complexity of the issue.
This shows you just how divided America is. When you look at the protesters here, and then you look at the people there who are praying, and you know what was the interesting thing? If these two groups could just get together, they might figure out what to do.
I don't necessarily.
See, that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. The left want everybody to capitulate to what they want. Man, get out of here, bro. That's not how the world works. I'm sorry. That's not how the world works, yo.
I agree with everything that's going on in the Twin Cities right now, but I don't think it's good to fight fire with fire. I think it's good to speak up. I think it's good to protest, but I think it's better to do it in a peaceful way.
Yeah, that was interesting to watch. This guy here, look, he's hugging his kid. And You know, I imagine it's uncomfortable and traumatic for the people here. They think you lost and this didn't accomplish anything, and you went into their house, the house of the Lord.
The reality is the house of the Lord is a place where love lives. It's not a place where you can have a pastor masquerading as the director for the field office of ICE in St. Paul.
This is.
And why not? Why not? These people is crazy, man. These people have no, and this dude, he is so freaking evil. It ain't even funny, bro. This dude is so evil, man. It is not even funny, man. Not even funny, yo. And listen to this chick here. Where did she come from? And why is people listening to her, man? She is a desperate housewife. That's what this chick remind me of, one of the chicks off Desperate Housewives or something, man. Like, this chick need a life, man. She think cause she curse and talk crazy about the right that make her some type of left-wing Joe Rogan or something. Man, this chick is a goofy, man. I promise you this chick is goofy. But this fool, man, here, man, the Christian that's laying up, the racist Christian that's laying up with a white man. That's laying up with the great white pipe. It's always screaming racism. Man, this is what I don't understand, man. Like, if you can't hate white folks that much, man, if you laying down with the great white pipe every night. You married it, bro. And what I be wanting to know is, when they be out here talking like this, like Don Lemon, Lori Lightfoot, when they be out here talking like this fool finna be talking right now, how do they partner feel, man? But we gonna listen to this racist fool and this silly ass chick right here, man. They on a whole nother level of ignorant, man, and stupidity that can be spewed out of a human's mouth. They finna spew it all right here.
You know, I said, I don't understand how I've become the face of it when I was a journalist. I do understand that I'm the biggest name there. And I'm also, as I was on with my producers this morning, you know, you and Kylie talk all the time. My producers were saying, I said, how did I become the face of this? And my producer said, Don, you're a gay black man in America and you have a platform and you're the biggest name. Of course, you're going to be the person that they single out and they're going to make the headline because it plays to their base, and their base is full of racist, bigoted homophobes like Nicki Minaj, by the way.
Oh, pop that up. So Nicki Minaj sent a tweet out. Dawn cocksucking, her words, Lemon is disgusting. How dare you? I want that thug in jail. He would never do that to any other religion.
Facts.
Lock him up. And then she bizarrely puts a Chucky doll.
Facts. He will not do that in no other religion, bro. He won't do that at no mosque. He won't do that at no synagogue. And he won't even do it at a black church. So that should tell y'all something about their little selective protesting, whatever you want to call it, whatever they want to do. That's what I'm calling selective protesting, because they cowards, man. They only go at defenseless white people. And I think that's being a bully, and I think that's being a freaking coward. Because if you really about what you stand on, you know what I'm saying? Go to another church. There's plenty churches out there where it's a lot of people supporting ICE and what they're doing right now. And they'll gladly tell you. They'll gladly tell you. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to go out on the street Sunday. I think I'm going to go to some black churches in St. Paul. I'm familiar with a couple of them, and I'm familiar with a couple of pastors in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm going to go and I'm going to ask them. I'm going to see how they feel about all this. Every church, no matter what side of the aisle you're on, every Christian, every so-called Christian, every pastor, every church around the world should be appalled by this and pissed. and calling for some real action here.
with it. So number one, the homophobia laced in that, but number two, the way this sect of Christianity, the white nationalist form of Christianity that I guess now Nicki Minaj attaches herself to, I'm like, good luck with that, sis. At the end of the day, you're still black. but they use their religion as a weapon.
Look at this chick face, man. You see what I'm saying? You could tell she got some work done because her mouth and her lips ain't straight. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. All that, you're spending all this money getting all that work done, and you still by yourself, man.
But then they also use it as a shield, back and forth. They weaponize it, and then, oh my God, I'm a victim. Don't attack my Christian.
Because if she do got a man, I guarantee you he's a soy boy, freaking liberal soy boy, milk behind the ears, sugarfoot ass dude. You know what I mean? Who ain't got no cojones. You know what I mean? And she probably running all over this fool. And he probably just happy. She probably dug him out of his mama's basement off a video game. And he probably happy just to, you know what I'm saying? Be able to sniff some nana. You know what I mean?
Christianity. And that's what Nicki Minaj just did right there. And I have news for Nicki Minaj. You think these white nationalists are going to accept you and your WAP? Just hide and wait. These people are serious about their racism, Miss Minaj.
Well, I'm glad you said WAP.
She was in a church. So any church so that means my church that I go to, my church in St. Paul, but they white nationalists, it's predominantly white. I choose to go to white churches for a reason. Black churches last too damn long. Sorry, Lord. black churches hold you hostage. You'll be in black church from 8 in the morning from Sunday school to 7, 8 at night, 12-hour day at church, running around. I done did it. Monday, Wednesday. No, it's too much. It's too long, too much. You go to white church, boom. They hit you with the verses, sing a couple of songs, and you home to watch football. Forgive me, Lord, but it's just the truth. That's why I don't go to black churches. Black churches last too long, yo.
And if you listen to Nicki Minaj's music and you're like, okay, that's Christianity. First of all, Jen, it's, how we met is that I was promoting my book on Christianity. And so Nicki Minaj is not a Christian. She knows nothing about a Christian. What she is a grifter. And instead of that Chucky doll, she should have had a pick-me doll on there because Nicki Minaj is a pick-me. And she's not African American. I think she's from the islands. She is a black woman, but she doesn't understand the African American struggle, so to speak. And if she did, she wouldn't be doing this and saying this on Martin Luther King Day, on the Martin Luther King holiday of all days, putting that out. Nicki Minaj doesn't care about black people. She doesn't care about gay people. Those are two of her biggest supporters and the people who make her rich. And if I was, as I should say, if I am, as a black and gay person, I'm not supporting her. And so if you're black and you hear what Nicki Minaj is doing, and she's sitting on the stage with Charlie Kirk's widow, who Charlie Kirk, sadly, who should not have died. You have to, say that caveat the way that he did. It was uncalled for. However, he talked shit about black people a lot. He said racist, bigoted things a lot.
Oh
and
my
she's
God,
cozying
man.
up to his wife and to his organization.
These people lie so much. Somebody in the Congress should write a bill that if you have any type of major platform and you get caught spewing deliberate lies, we should be able to tax your ass out of existence. We should be able to shut you down, and if you keep going, lock your ass up, man. When I found out that the media could lie to you, yo, it was the worst feeling I ever felt. I hate being lied to. I hate being lied to. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing now. But yo, this is crazy, man. I don't even want to listen to this, man. This dude talking about he was promoting his book on Christianity. What type of freaking Christian are you, bro? And that's another thing. If anybody in the chat know, anybody, explain to me, do anybody know how these people in that community, how they justify God burning down Sodom and Gomorrah? How do they justify that as being a Christian? I don't know why I keep throwing up air quotes and shit. Forgive me, I don't know why. But yeah. How do they explain that? When somebody comes to them and they, are you a Christian? And you laying with another man or you laying with another woman? You know, God burned down Sodom and Gomorrah. What do they say behind it? Do anybody know? If anybody know in the chat, let me know, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, but I'm done with these goofies, man. You know what I'm saying? I just want to do a video on it, man, and show y'all, and show my white folks, man, that I don't know what to tell y'all to do, man. You can't hurt these people, man. You know, Liberal City. You can't defend yourself. If you defend yourself, your ass is gonna be under the jail. So my only advice to you is this time, America is over, man. It's time to pack it up and come find your patriots, man, because that's what people doing. You know what I mean? Look at California to Texas, Washington, D.C., all the people going to Arizona, New York, going to Florida. You know what I'm saying? It's time. America is finna segregate itself in parties. And then it's on. Which it ain't gonna take long because we got all the guys and we got all the farmers that know how to farm. Cause we finna deport them. we finna deport all y'all little farm workers, bro. All them big ass major corporate farms out there in them liberal states, yo, we finna come get all your workers, bro. We're gonna starve y'all ass out, man. This is your boy Jake from Hood Politics, man. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm dropping another video, man. Follow me on my TikTok, Hood Politics 5.1. This is my 5th account. They keep shutting me down every time. I'm about to break that mark. I don't know why, but hopefully after tomorrow, it's over with, y'all. We gonna see what happens after tomorrow. But this your boy Jay from Hood Politics checking in, and I'm checking out, y'all. Y'all know how we do it.